This tutorial looks at cubic graphs. Cubic graphs can look something like this, or something like this, or even something like this. To get an accurate graph of y equals x cubed, plot some ordered pairs. Those are the x values, then cube it to get the y values. And when you have those points, plot them on the grid and then join them with a smooth line. Here are the ordered pairs, then join them with a smooth line. So that's a pretty good looking standard x cubic graph. So for this cubic, treat it like the parabola in terms of getting your x values where it crosses the x-axis. Remember that the positive 2 is a clue, the negative 3 is a clue, and the negative 1 is a clue for your x values. Plot those 3 points. To find the y value, multiply each of these x values together. Or should I have said, multiply those clues for the x values together. Then sketch in your cubic graph. That's a sketch. If you really wanted to find how low it went, take the middle point of 2, because the 2 is halfway between the 3 and the 1, and put it into the equation. So put 2 for each x value to work out what your y value is. So the graph actually goes down to negative 4, and that's a more accurate sketch of your graph. The highest point is likely to be halfway between the two roots here and here, negative 1/2. So put negative 1/2 for x. So the highest value is actually at negative 1/2 and 7.875, which is up there. And there we have a much more accurate sketch. So trying this one, see if you can work out the 3 roots. Remember, these are clues in the brackets. So x equals negative 4, 3, and also 0. And the 0 comes from the fact as we could have written the equation of, as up the top there, x plus 0. Plot those 3 points in. To work out how high it goes, take the middle points and plug them in the equation. Using negative 2, you can work out how high it goes. So this graph in fact shoots right off the top of the page. To find how low it goes, use 1.5. It's negative 12.375, so go right down to the bottom and up, and there you have a sketch of your parabola, cubic. To work out the equation of the cubic, look at the cubes. The clues. Use those clues to fill in the numbers, so negative 2 would become positive 2, the negative 1 is the clue for there, positive 1, and this positive 1, negative 1. So what's the equation of this graph? Use the clues, they'll only be approximate, but how close can you get it? That one's around about negative 3.8 or negative 3.75, doesn't matter. That's around about 2.4, negative 2.4, but we changed the sign. And this is about 1.2. And when I multiply these 3 numbers, I get close to 11. If I put 1.1 in there, I would get close to negative 10, which is what I want. So the second answer would be a better one than the first answer. This one here is a negative cubic because, as you can see, as you go along this way, it's going down. And using the clues, we can see that the minus 2 would be plus 2, the plus 1 would be minus 1. This goes through 0, so there's no number with this x. So looking at these 2 graphs, can you tell which one has a negative cubic equation? Is it A or B? Look at the tail end on the right. The one that is going down will have the negative equation. So it could look something like that with a negative at the front. And a beautiful sunrise at Great Barrier Island to finish off. See you next time.